has also discussed this. So let me discuss this attributes, right? For example, assume key attribute. It is an attribute in an entity type or a relation or a table, right? Which identifies every record uniquely. For example, there is a student entity type, right? Assume student entity type. There are some columns like name, his enrollment number, maybe phone number, right? His email ID, department, etc. Right? So all these are attributes. Sorry, department here, right? So for example, name of student is Nilesh. His enrollment number is 123. Phone number is 456. Email ID is A. Department is CS. There is another student, for example, Rajesh or Raj. 124 is enrollment number. 567 B chemical, right? Preeti, for example, 125 678. Email address is C. Branches CSE again. So if you have this type of you can say that entities like Nilesh, Raj, or Preeti, right? So we call it entity one, entity two, entity three, right? Or record one, record two, record three, or tuple one, tuple two, tuple three. So all are very similar, right? Just try to pay attention. This is an entity type, student, or we call it relation, entity type, right? I discussed entity type in last class, and every individual record is one entity. And when we combine entity 1, 2, sorry, and entity 3, it is an entity set, right? So every individual, even E2, E3 is entity, and when we keep it in a set, it becomes entity set, right? So this is an entity set. Now we want to find an attribute. Just pay attention. We want to find an attribute from this entity type which uniquely identifies every record, right? Am I clear, all of you? So if name attribute, just try to understand, if name attribute uniquely identifies each and every record in a table, right? If name attributes identify each and every record in a table, it can become key attribute. If enrollment number may identify, if it can identify every record in a table uniquely, if enrollment number, if it can uniquely identify, right, every record in a table, right, or from an entity type or from entity set, it is a key attribute. It can become key attribute. If phone can do that, it can become key attribute. If email can do that, it can become key attribute. Department can do that, and it can become key attribute. So by looking into this table, what is your answer? How many attributes can become a key in the for this example, for this particular example? Just give your answers, all of you. Ayush says 4. Uh, Please give your answer and do not look into others' answer and just type 4, 5. You just try to understand. I may ask question randomly, right? Someone is asking 3, enrollment number, phone, email. Okay. Ishant Dwivedi. Accept department, good Dheeraj Maurya. Name, phone number, phone, email. Name, enrollment number, phone, email. Okay, good. So see, by looking into this database example or entity set, actually we call it, there are only 3 entities. So this, by looking into this entity set, initially this name field is unique. Means what? Our every record name is unique. See, if I say, if I call Nilesh, so only one student with name Nilesh will stand up and he will say yes sir or something. When I say Raj, so only one student will come up and will raise his or her hand. When I say Preeti, only one student will come. So means what? There are no duplicacy in this particular column. So is it always true, all of you, that this will happen, that no names are duplicate, will be duplicate in university database table, right? It is not always true, right? So means what? Without looking into tables entities, right? Like E1, E2, E3, we can simply conclude that name cannot become right unique throughout this particular column. There may be one more student having name Nilesh or Raj or Preeti, right? So in your class also you'll be having many Ayush, many Arpit, right? So that is why name cannot follow uniqueness constraint, right? So that is why it cannot become a key, right? Let's talk about department. What about department? See, here also there is an example. There are two entries of CSE. Means what? Every student is not okay. Means what? Studying in okay unique department, right? So more than one student may enroll in a particular department. So they have same department. So department cannot become key, right? So that is another thing. So we want to rule out some of the attributes, right? Quite possible email ID of each and every student is unique. But for example, when two students they come to this university and they want to mention their parents' email ID instead of their own because they don't have any right with them. So student number one who is also whose father is X, for example, and student number two, okay, whose father is also X, so having same email ID, right? So if two students are having same email ID, right? Email quite possible. Email, we have to rule out email also, right? Quite possible, right? But if there is a rule like that everyone has to mention unique email ID, right? So in that case it may become right key attribute. The other thing, sometimes when you fill a student's form, registration form, while enrolling to this university, while you were after okay 12th, when you want to take admission to this university, you will be given, for example, one registration form and there is one field called email. And if you want to keep it blank, it is up to you, because you don't have email ID, or you do not remember your father's email ID, and you are not having email ID, so that will be treated as null. Okay, so if any of the field, for example, there is a fourth student called Pratik, right, and he do not want to mention his email ID, so his this field for Pratik is empty, null, right? And if there exists null value in a column, it cannot become a key attribute. This is also a rule, right? Fine. And this is similarly applicable to phone number also, as in case of email ID. So phone number also sometimes may not become key attributes. But while you are enrolling to this university, and you will be given one enrollment number, that is for sure, and this enrollment number is unique, right? And that is why you can say that by looking into this particular entity type and attributes of each and every, right, each and every attribute, you can say that enrollment may become a key attribute. For example, now assume Aadhaar is mandatory for everyone, right? Aadhaar is mandatory for everyone, right? So while coming to this university, okay, university now these days also ask for Aadhaar number, and that is mandatory, right? So if there is a field called Aadhaar, so now Aadhaar can also become Aadhaar number is also possible candidate key. So we now have two candidate, keys. One is enrollment number and second one is Aadhaar number. Both may become key attribute. Key attribute, it is an attribute which uniquely identifies each and every entity from an entity set. So if I say enrollment number 123, I am pointing out only one entity, right? So there is no ambiguity in that thing. So is it clear, all of you? Yes or no? So this is concept of key, right? Key attribute I am talking about, right? So this pay one more thing, right? So okay, let me erase this all things first of all, and let me give you one more example. This is all about key attribute, and this is simple key attribute we call it. Right now, just try to understand one more example. Let me take, and you will be more clear by this example what exactly, right? So see, in two aspects I want to discuss. So I am I'm trying to explain this again with right. Assume this is attribute number 1, attribute number 2, attribute number 3, any attributes it can be, right? Attribute number 4, and table name is, for example, XYZ, or entity type is XYZ, right? Having some records, right? A, B, A, C, something like this, right? And having here A, C, C, D, something, right? Uh, P, Q, P, Q, or something, right? R, R, right? R, and for example, Q something. So we have this many, right? We have 4 attributes and entities also. This is first entity, this is second entity, this is third entity, and this is fourth entity. So now tell me, I need answer from everyone. Which of the attribute 1 can become key, 2 can become key, 3 can become key, or 4 can become key? None of them key. Okay, good. If it is so, then it is okay, right? Just try and understand why it cannot become key, right? So let's take example of attribute 1. Why it cannot become key? Because we can see here A and here A, they are right repetitive. So if I say A, I want to point out right A. So I'll not be able to point it out because 2 students will come up, right? Here we have right duplicate entry C. Here P. Here also P, right? Q is also duplicated, and here R 3 times. So none of them in this case, right? So we don't have single attribute key here. Just try to understand. When I say single attribute key, right? So means what question should raise in your mind. So there must be multiple attribute key also, right? And that is why I write this word. So this is my way of so there is no single attribute key. But now what you can do is, if you are not able to find single attribute key, now you can combine 2 attributes like attribute 1 and attribute 2. Are you able to find uniqueness when you combine A1 and A2? Attribute 1 and attribute 2, is it possible for you to find it? Uniqueness constraint when we combine. Just try and understand this. When I combine attribute 1, right, and attribute 2, so how it will look like? AA, right, BC, AC, and CD. Now see AA, BC, AC, CD. So you can read like this: AA, BC, right, AC, and CD. Do we have repetitive entry? AA nowhere available, BC nowhere available, AC not available, and CD not available, right? So answer means what? It is possible when we combine attribute 1 and 2, it can become a key attribute. So answer is yes, right? If you say no, it is wrong, right? So do not go with other answers, right? This time you are wrong. So think of okay by yourself and just try to give an answer. So many of you say no, but that is wrong, right? So combining, see, when we combine attribute 1 and 2, we can find uniqueness here. AA is nowhere available in these 2 columns, BC is nowhere available, AC is nowhere available, and CD is nowhere available. Means duplicate entries are not there, right? So I will give real-time example also. So in coming slides it is there, right? So we'll discuss that. So uh, even if you are not able to find by 2 attributes, so now attribute 1 and attribute 2 cannot give you right uniqueness guarantee. So you now combine attribute 2 and 3. and check uniqueness guarantee. 2 and 3 cannot give you, you can go for 3 and 4 also. And if it is not possible with first attribute and second attribute, second and third and fourth, right? Now two attributes are not having any key attributes. So now we combine first, second, third, fourth. So this is another way. And while it is not possible with this also, we have to combine all four. And if we are able to find key attribute with 4, then it is okay. And still, if we are not able to find it, right? This type of entity type is known as, remember this term, weak entity type. An entity type which is not having any key, it is known as weak entity type, right? This rarely happens, but it happens, right? वीक एंटिटी टाइप एक ऐसी मतलब टेबल या एंटिटी टाइप जहां पे कोई की एट्रीब्यूट अवेलेबल ही नहीं है, that type of entity type is weak entity type. So we tried with one attribute, single attribute key, then we tried with double attribute key, then triple attribute key, then four attribute key, and so on, and we are not able to find any key, right? So this is concept of key, right? And when we combine more than one attribute together to define a key, remember this also, right? I'm discussing important concepts of DBMS. So when we combine more than one attribute to define a key, right? Key, we call it a composite key. Remember this term also. Composite, sorry, composite key. So composite key means what? It is not single attribute key. It is made up of more than one attributes, and that is why we call it composite key. In this example, composite key is attribute 1 and combination of attribute 1 and attribute 2. So this is composite key, right? Remember this, right? So this is an example of composite key and ultimately a key, right? In a table, in an entity type, there may be more than one key. As in example of student, enrollment number is one key and SSN, sorry, Aadhaar number is another key. So there can be more than one keys available in an entity type, like enrollment number and Aadhaar number, right? So both of them are key, right? Both of them are key attributes. So independently they are key attributes, right? Remember this. So we call this candidate keys. They are candidate to become a key, and that is why we call it candidate keys, right? Clear all of you till now? I will give you real examples, don't worry. So these means what? Enrollment number is a key, Aadhaar number is also a key, it can become a key, and as it can become a key, we call it a candidate keys, right? And we have to identify one from two. We can only make one attribute key attribute, either enrollment number or Aadhaar number in this case. And if we designate enrollment number, right, key, so it becomes primary key, right? We call it a primary key. If you designate enrollment number as a key, we call it a primary key, and Aadhaar is actually a candidate key, right? So we'll discuss more about this. So primary key, candidate key, right? Now tell me one thing, as we discussed in previous example also, right? For example, let me draw it again. Uh, there is attribute 1, attribute 2, attribute 3, attribute 4, right? Uh, A, B, B, right? And C, A, P, Q, R, or something, right? So see, let's say P here, right? Let's say P here. So see, we are not able to see here there is a repetitive entry of B here in this case, and repetitive entry of P here in this case. So A1 or A2 cannot independently become, right? I will discuss her in a while. Let me complete this. Right? A1 and A2 cannot become independently a key. Right? So we combine both of this and we want to designate, okay, it as a composite key. Right? Composite key is also key, but since we are not able to, as we are not able to find single uh, key, single attribute key, we go with more than one attributes, and with a1 and a2, combining an a1 and a2, we are able to find uniqueness property. See this, it is unique, right? Aa, when we combine first and second attribute, it gives us AA, BP, right, BQ, and CP. So we find uniqueness here, and that is why we want to designate A1, A2 as a composite key, right? As a key, you can say that. But ultimately, it is made up of two attributes, and that is why we call it a composite key, right? So just try to give me an answer if there is one more, right, like attribute like a3 and having these values. So a3 cannot, it cannot become single key, right? Single attribute key, because it is having repetition, right? So if I add, there are two attributes a1 and a2. Just try to understand a1 and a2. It can become a key, right? So what is your answer to this question? A1, a2, and a3. If we combine these three, is it a key or not? We'll discuss. I will answer both of your questions, Harsh and right. Please repeat your question. I will ask, okay, 2-3 minutes. So just try and understand. Just do not go with others' answer. You just try to give your answer. So that will actually help you to, okay, learn something. Yes. So most of you says yes. It is a key, right? So just try to understand. This is a key, but this is not. Why so? Because it is property of key. This is because of the property of key. This, if A1 and A2 can identify each and every entity uniquely, so obviously A1, A2, A3 will be able to find every attribute uniquely. Which statement I make? If A1 and A2 can identify every entity in an entity set uniquely, so obviously A1, A2, A3 will be able to find it uniquely. Why so? Because if we add P here, right, P here, B here, and P here, क्योंकि ये unique है, so obviously आप कुछ भी यहाँ पे रखेंगे, that will remain unique. See, there is no repetition, right? So uniqueness is there, but this is in case of, right, it is different thing, Anirudh. That is different thing. It is not unique. They are not same. Double AP and double AP is value for attribute 1, 2, and 3, and double P double A is the value for attribute 1, 2, and 3. So they are not unique. That is different thing, right? So they are not same actually. So let me first of all discuss here, then I will answer all your questions, right? Don't worry. So means what? Yes, a1, a2, a3, that gives you uniqueness constraint. But what is definition of key? Definition of key is key must be minimal, right? So let me bring you to the slide. Okay, key must be minimal. Minimal means what? It should not contain superfluous attributes. Superfluous attributes means what? एक्स्ट्रा एट्रीब्यूट कोई नहीं होना चाहिए या अननेसेसरी एट्रीब्यूट नहीं होना चाहिए. यहाँ पे सुपरफ्लुअस एट्रीब्यूट कौन सा है? A3 है. So if there is no superfluous attribute and if key is minimal, means what? If we are able to uniquely identify every record with the help of A1 and A2, why we are adding A3 into it, right? So A3 becomes superfluous attributes. So A1, A2 is a key, but A1, A2, and A3 is not a key, right? It is not a candidate key, right? candidate key, right? So this is meaning of key, means what? It must be minimal and it should not include any superfluous attribute, right? So let me discuss this another way, right? So superfluous attribute नहीं होना चाहिए, minimal होनी चाहिए, right? So फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे किसी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा कि व्हाट इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन की एंड कैंडिडेट की. फॉर एग्जाम्पल consider an election, right? Consider an election, there will be many candidates. Candidate number one maybe from one party, candidate two from third party, candidate three from third party, right? So candidate key भी ऐसा ही है. This is key number one, key number two and key number three, and that is why we call all this candidate keys. And keys, candidate key should follow जो अभी मैंने rule बताया, right? It should follow all these rules. Means what? Candidate key should be minimal and it should not have any superfluous attribute in it, right? So every candidate key should be minimal, must be minimal and not include any superfluous attribute. So then it can become a candidate key. Remember this, right? Now as we have three keys in our relation, in our entity type, आपके पास एक एनरोलमेंट नंबर कैंडिडेट की है, एक आधार नंबर कैंडिडेट की है, और एक हो सकता है कि नाम, नेम एंड एड्रेस दोनों मिला के एक आप कैंडिडेट की बना रहे हो. मीन्स व्हाट? एक एनरोलमेंट नंबर सिंगल एट्रीब्यूट कैंडिडेट की है, आधार नंबर इज सिंगल एट्रीब्यूट कैंडिडेट की, एंड देयर इज वन मोर कैंडिडेट की with two attributes, name and address, maybe, right? So we have, this is just an example, for an example. So we have three candidate keys, assume candidate 1, candidate 2 and candidate 3, right? So and they are following these rules: minimal and superfluous attribute. Means what? We by name and address we can give you uniqueness property. By address we can give you uniqueness property. By enrollment number we can give you uniqueness property. So we have three candidate keys. Now from these three candidates, one will win election, right? So जैसे इलेक्शन होते हैं, so candidates होते हैं and उनमें से एक ही जीतता है. So similarly, out of these three, you can say that candidates, only one will be designated as primary key, right? And that will become a key actually, right? So this is concept of candidate key and primary.